Robyn's lawsuit backfires. Mary strikes back and the truth about Kody's hidden fortune is exposed. The crisp autumn air in Flagstaff whispered secrets that no longer stayed buried. Cameras for Sister Wives Season 19 had stopped rolling weeks ago, but the real drama was just beginning. Robyn Brown, once dubbed Kody's favorite wife, had shocked even the most devoted fans when she filed a civil suit alleging breach of emotional contract and financial damages against her estranged spiritual husband, Kody Brown. In her claim, Robyn argued that Kody had diverted funds, money she believed was meant for their shared future, into private accounts under shell business names she'd never heard of. The lawsuit, filed quietly, exploded into the tabloids like wildfire when it leaked. But Robyn's calculated legal move unleashed a beast she never saw coming, Mary Brown. Once the quiet, reserved first wife, Mary had spent the last year sharpening her instincts. No longer willing to be a footnote in the Brown family saga, she had launched her retreat business, written a best-selling memoir, and rebuilt her life far away from Kody's manipulation. But when news of the lawsuit reached her, something inside snapped. Mary filed a countersuit. Not against Robyn. Against Kody, and in doing so, she exposed secrets that had been buried for over a decade. The hidden empire. In her detailed 83-page filing, Mary revealed that Kody had created multiple LLCs under obscure names over the years, some as early as 2012. These entities had been used to funnel earnings from the family's reality show, real estate ventures, and speaking engagements. None of the wives, not even Robyn, were listed on the official documents. Kody had ensured everything was in his name or under third-party trustees tied back to him. The most explosive detail: a secret trust fund, allegedly worth over $2.3 million, intended to support the children's futures, but only Robyn's kids were listed as beneficiaries. When Mary's attorney held a press conference outside the Coconino County Courthouse, the media frenzy was instant. "This isn't just about money," Mary told reporters, her voice steady. "This is about betrayal, manipulation, and years of silence being shattered." Robyn's downfall. Robyn had hoped her lawsuit would garner sympathy, especially after her televised breakdowns and public statements about feeling abandoned by Kody. But when Mary's documentation surfaced, the narrative changed. Suddenly, Robyn wasn't a victim. She was seen as complicit. She had benefited from Kody's secret accounts. Lavish vacations, private schooling, and luxury furnishings were all funded without the other wives' knowledge. Fans turned on her. Online forums exploded with commentary. Robyn went into hiding, her legal team refusing all interviews. Her name, once defended by loyalists, became a punchline across social media. Hashtags like #RobynKnew and #MaryUnleashed trended for weeks. Kody's reckoning. Kody, defiant as ever, appeared on a local podcast to defend himself. "I did what I had to do to protect my family. My real family," he said, words that ignited fury across the Sister Wives community. But it was too late. Janelle quietly joined Mary's side, supplying years of receipts and financial records she had kept in secret after suspecting discrepancies. Christine, ever the icon of independence, offered emotional support from afar, releasing a video statement applauding Mary's courage. The final blow came when the production company behind Sister Wives announced a Season 20 special, The Fall of the Browns: Truth, Lies, and Liberation. It would feature exclusive footage, including unreleased clips from past seasons that hinted at Kody's manipulations all along. Aftermath. Mary didn't celebrate. Not in public, but she stood taller. With the truth out and the public on her side, she announced the launch of a nonprofit foundation aimed at supporting women escaping manipulative religious and domestic systems. The organization, Voices Reclaimed, received over $500,000 in donations within the first week. Robyn remained silent. Kody's fortune, frozen pending investigation. And Mary? She walked away, not just from the lawsuit, but from the last shadows of the life she once lived. She was no longer the first wife. She was the last. The Brown family presented a united front to the world, a complicated but committed plural marriage rooted in shared faith and resilience. But by season 19, the cracks that had long formed beneath the surface finally ruptured. And when they did, they didn't just fracture the family, they blew it apart. A new season, a new firestorm. It began with silence. Robyn Brown, once known as the most emotional and private of Kody's wives, suddenly went dark on social media. No tearful Instagram lives. No passive-aggressive Pinterest quotes. Just nothing. Fans whispered. Rumors swirled. But nothing prepared them for the shockwave that came next. A leak from a local courthouse in Flagstaff confirmed it. Robyn Brown had filed a legal suit against Kody Brown himself. The accusations. Though sealed initially, the documents were quickly obtained by TNs. Robyn, once Kody's most loyal partner, accused him of emotional manipulation, coercive control, and financial misconduct. But the most explosive allegation was this. Kody, in moments of unchecked anger, had created a hostile and emotionally unsafe environment for one of Robyn's children from a previous relationship, behavior she could no longer tolerate. She stayed quiet for years, a source close to the family revealed. But something snapped after the cameras stopped rolling. She realized that being the favorite wife didn't mean being safe. The backlash was instant and ferocious. Longtime fans who once accused Robyn of being the architect of the family's demise suddenly viewed her as a survivor. Kody denies, then rages. When the news broke, Kody responded in true Kody fashion, not with humility, but fury. "I have never harmed any of my children," he said in an impromptu Instagram rant. "This is Robyn's revenge because I told her the truth. Our marriage is broken. She's bitter, and now she's playing dirty." But his words only fanned the flames. Former wives Janelle and Kristen refused to comment directly, but their silence spoke volumes. And then came the bombshell that no one saw coming. Janelle's quiet explosion. Just days after Robyn's lawsuit hit the headlines, Janelle Brown published a blog post titled, "What I've Been Carrying." It was over 5,000 words long. It didn't name names, but it didn't need to. "I watched for years as the kids were subjected to impossible standards," she wrote. "I said nothing when I should have screamed. I thought protecting the family meant silence. I was wrong." She detailed instances where Kody's authoritarian parenting style clashed violently with the teenager's need for independence. She described emotional stonewalling, outbursts that left her children in tears, and a household that lived in fear of the next explosive argument. One line stood out and made headlines across every major outlet. "Love should not feel like fear, especially not for children." The public turns. With Janelle's post, the narrative shifted decisively. The man once celebrated for leading a sprawling, unconventional family was now under scrutiny for how he'd wielded that power. #CancelKody trended for 2 days straight. Family vloggers dissected old episodes. Clips resurfaced where Kody belittled Christine, shouted at Janelle's sons, and dismissed Mary's emotions. In hindsight, the signs were all there. A petition demanding that TLC cut ties with him gathered over 200,000 signatures in a week. Mary's unexpected role. In a move that stunned even longtime followers, Robyn Brown gave an exclusive interview to People magazine. Wearing a sleek suit, her expression was unreadable, but her words were sharp. There's a difference between strong leadership and intimidation. I stayed too long in confusion, trying to make sense of his behavior. But watching others speak up has given me the courage to say, he was never the man he pretended to be. When asked directly if she had witnessed abuse, she hesitated. But I heard things, and I believed them. Her voice cracked slightly as she added, I wish I had asked more questions back then. Kody's legal trouble escalates. With Robyn's lawsuit public and Janelle's post going viral, child welfare advocates began demanding investigations into Kody's past behavior. Though no physical abuse was alleged in court, the focus shifted toward emotional trauma and long-term neglect. An anonymous child psychologist hired by the production crew in earlier seasons told the Daily Beast. There were serious concerns about control and fear dynamics. We were told to stay out of it. Kody's legal team released a statement calling the lawsuits vindictive and unfounded, and accused Robyn of trying to sabotage his image for custody leverage. But insiders revealed there was no custody battle, because Robyn had already separated, privately, months before the lawsuit. The other wives rally. In an Instagram live titled, We Were Never Just Background Wives, Janelle and Christine appeared together, wine glasses in hand, reclaiming their narrative. We tried to protect each other, not realizing we were all just surviving, Christine said. What Robyn is doing, filing that case, it's brave. And I support her. Fans flooded the comments with heart emojis and praise. The moment marked a rare show of unity between women once portrayed as rivals. The fallout at TLC. With mounting pressure from advocacy groups and fans, TLC announced it would be re-evaluating the future of the series. Privately, executives worried. Sister Wives had been a ratings juggernaut, especially with the recent uptick in family drama. But now, the line between reality TV and real-life trauma was too blurred to ignore. Rumors swirled about a spin-off, one without Kody, focusing on the empowerment of the former wives. Working title, Reclaimed, Life After Polygamy. Robyn breaks her silence. Weeks after the lawsuit, Robyn released a video statement filmed in her Flagstaff backyard. No glam squad. No tears. Just Robyn, raw and resolute. For years, I thought loyalty meant silence. That if I just tried harder, he'd be better. But there's nothing noble about protecting someone who's hurting people behind closed doors. To the fans who hated me, mocked me, blamed me, I'm not asking for your forgiveness. But I hope you see me now. Not as Kody's wife, not as the villain, but as a woman who finally said, enough. A family shattered or finally set free. As of spring 2025, Kody Brown lives alone in a rental home outside Flagstaff. His legal battles are ongoing, and TLC has officially paused filming indefinitely. The family, once bound by faith and the desire to prove their love could transcend norms, is now united by something else, the need to heal. Janelle runs a women's wellness retreat in Sedona. Christine is thriving in Utah with David and continues her Cooking with Christine series. Mary is launching a memoir titled The Silent Wife. And Robyn? She's quietly moved to St. George, Utah, back near her roots, with her children and her dignity intact. As for the legacy of Sister Wives, it may no longer be about one man and his 4 wives. It may now be about what happens when women stop surviving and start reclaiming their power.